Hello, this is Tenks from Local TCG. Today I'm bringing you a pretty cool deck profile. We have the deck featured in the game 2, 3, whatever of the Defiance tournament, Eugene. So let's do pretty fast. You have the Cunt, you have Nigel, Randall, and Eugene for the ride line, of course. I'm not playing the replacement grade 1 that released in set 12 because it's kind of bad. It's not good in the slightest really, and it's too easy to outplay against because okay, you need no rear guards. Okay, I'm gonna call one, that's now dead. The extra soul is also really helpful for this sort of build because you do want to be using a lot of that soul. You want to be using your Brachio, your Latifahs, and occasionally your Eugene skill. So that's good. And Randall, of course, because that's the only Eugene grade 2 you have to run in a ride line. So that's the ride line. Next up, freeze, nice and easy. We only run the 3 Eugene. I couldn't really find Space or Chalice for some reason in this list, but I have changed the list a fair bit, which I'll go over after I do the main stuff. So yeah, that's all there is for that. So next is the grade 0s. So trigger lineup, I run Red OT, because if you try and run Drag Vetter with this, restand with Oswald, your Oswald is not only a useless booster, your Eugene is also kind of bad if you already use Oswald's skill because it's only swinging 1 drive on the restand. So I just opted for the Foul Knot because the Foul Knot can be used on the early game for good value as well, and it just helps me swing for lethal more because I find you can get the opponent to 5 easy. Just closing out on 5 is kind of hard with this deck when you have 4 attacks and they're all kind of low powered late game. So next as well we run 3 effect fronts, probably the best front possible, best trigger possible for Eugene. Making Faro big is very good. I was considering maybe playing 4, but I think the 8 crit is just way too good. Yeah, 4 heal as well naturally, and then the 8 crit. No, I am thinking maybe making it 4 front 7 crit, but the thing is the crits are really good even on the Oswald. Even if it goes down to 1 crit, that first swing was still a crit, and that still is very impactful for most of the game. So yeah, next we'll go into the ones. So you have your 4 PGs, 3 normal, 1 Elementario, of course. Nothing much to say there. Next we have a very good card, that is 3 Oswald. I wasn't playing 4 because I wanted to find space for other cards, more newer cards to show them off, and also I do think Oswald is kind of a low priority card now. I do much rather getting high value numbers and all that sort of stuff. So Oswald, just a small 3 off. Next for the grade 1s we have 4 Shenri. Playing Shenri because Shenri is just that good a card. She is that girl. Fun fact, I thought for the longest time that it was 2 or less rear guards, but no, it's 1 or less. Thankfully, most of the time I've ever played it was because my opponent had no rear guards, or I've already played it order, so I'm playing it legally. And it's just Shenri. It draws a card, it's 30k boost. The 30k boost early game is also very nice. I like it a lot. Next is the new cards for the grade 1 lineup. We have for Gandeeva. Very nice card. You can tell by the fact that one of these unsleeved that I have been changing ratios around, which again I'll go into after the rest of the stuff. Very good card. I severely underestimated the ability of it because it is written like a card that released 8 sets ago. I do think it's a very bad card compared to a lot of other things, but for Eugene it will do. So just very good ideal call target, and it's also 10k shield in hand, which I am so Prism Pilled now. I love any card that says 10k shield and 30k body. So that's why we play the 4 Gandeeva. Next as well is 2 Drag Ritter Yunma. As you can see by the fact that I have took them out of my deck, I no longer play them, but in the videos I do think it is a good card to consider. It does have a nice CB1, EB2 draw 1. It essentially is a second Shenri, and that is really helpful for the deck. It's just that with the deck how I built later, I couldn't find the space to justify playing it, and the draw really wasn't helping too much. So next is the grade 2s. We do the 4 Dustin, as you can see again. Gee, I wonder where one of Dustin's went. Dustin, you know, all around staple card. Can never go wrong with Dustin. But I do think that Dustin's been losing his value a lot because of the condition where he can only kill a grade 2 or higher rear guard. If he could kill any rear guard, he would still be at 4. But after, I think, this set, a lot of decks don't really keep their grade 2s and above on the field now, so you want to kind of lower out on him. He's really been used mostly as a glorified filter in most of these fights, I think. So that speaks wonders on how bad he is aging currently. So next we have 2 Gibber Brachio. He is such a good card in this set, I reckon, especially since you kind of stray away from doing the Soul +5 on Eugene, so you have a lot more Soul to use for the Brachio. So I do think that this is the time where you probably want to up Brachio more, and that's why I did in the future list, which again, I'll go over a lot after this. And then next, we just have 4 more cards to go through. I'll go over these 2 together because they are the reason why this deck was built in this fashion. So you have your 4 Latifah and 2 of the Breath of the Flame Dragon. I don't know why I was playing 2. I think I was just like, if I see it, I see it, if I don't, I don't. But seeing this and Latifah on turn 2 is so good because I just make free cards out for free. It's very, very valuable. And the fact as well as that this just fairing it every turn is very nice. I just wasn't playing a lot more copies because I wanted to play Yulma for some reason. But yeah, very nice engine. I do think if you do want to consider playing Eugene, pick these up because I think for the considerable future, it might be the way to go. Especially considering the set 2 stuff isn't looking too great. Next as well, for the final 2 cards, I played 2 Defensing Roar. No longer do, but I do think Defensing Roar is always a very nice card to use. In this deck, you can use it to, you know, grab back your Dustin or your Latifah, even better. So like you can intercept with these, get them back with Defensing Roar, or you can guard with your Gilness and add it back to hand with Defensing Roar, making 20k book card, which is very nice. And that is all for the list I played. It's very simple. I think this is like the 4th time I've done a Eugene deck profile, and that's why. But for now, I want to go over the changes I made after this because it has been a fair while since that fight, and I've been playing Eugene a lot because I do think it is a fun deck. So for the changes we had, we took out 2 Defensing Roar, 1 Dustin, the 2 Yunmas, and the 1 Gilness. We took these out and put in the following. So I rounded Oswald up to 4 because I was like, I believe in the consistency in the deck and retiring a lot now, because a lot of decks in this current meta do like the South Barrage, so you can actually hit the no rear guard condition fairly easily now, because you know you have Dolls, Mygo, Farga, Brizel. A lot of decks just decide to, hey, I'm going to run our own board, and that makes the Eugene job a lot easier. Next of another card we do is we've upped Flame Breath to 3. It's a really good order. If you see an order and Latifah, you are cooking a lot, so why would we not play an extra copy? It helps a lot. I think 3 is the sweet spot. If I played 2, I would barely see it. If I played 4, I would see it too often. 3, you see it enough to where it makes an impact in the game. You will normally see 1 by at least turn 4. Next, I played 3. Just give it a Brachio now. It, you know, was the card I replaced the Dustin with. So I am still only really running 6 main deck retire cards, which is a lower amount for a deck that kind of wants to retire. But Brachio at least can reuse itself while Dustin cannot. So Brachio is getting a lot more value now, especially since, as I said before, you don't really want to use Eugene Soul +5 anymore, because 1 and 2 should be making half your board for you, and if you get stuff like this, you're getting a lot of soul regardless to spam the Brachio down. So that's why I played 3 Brachio, and then I played 1 ladder. I am thinking of putting this into a Chalice, because I think Chalice has a lot more use, but ladder, at least if I see this on turn 3, I can use it with Latifah, which is why I am playing the ladder. And then these other 2 cards, I was testing these out today. I do like both of them. So I was trying out one Travis and one red Exert Dragon. I think both are very good picks. If I had to pick between one or the other, it would probably be the Exert Dragon, just because I like the, if I can't retire, I can draw one instead. But I do see the benefit as well of playing Travis, because Travis act, so you don't need to waste one of your swings into a rear guard. So, you know, I think either or, play two of these, or if you really wanted to, you can like change one of these into a Brachio and change the other one into a Dustin. I think Dustin and Brachio work at 4 as well, but I like to play a variety of cards. It makes it harder for the opponent to know exactly what will happen next turn. And then other cards as well you can plan on running. So I've been thinking a lot about playing Meteor Flare again. Very nice card. You know, it negates the continuouses, which don't matter too much now. But the real thing that matters a lot is the pop anything in the column. So, you know, I could just choose something, pop in the column, and it is a 20k swing if my opponent has no rear guards. It's a bit of a bad condition, but in this sort of meta, it will be activating a lot. It is easy to achieve, and you don't see the often in the deck, so you can get away with running the Meteor Flare Dragon as, you know, an extra card to run. Next, for another grade 1, is I am playing Benala sometimes. I do think he is a nice card to run. He is an extra draw, but at this point, we have Shenri in the card pool, and we have, again, Yunma, so I don't think that Benala is more of a bad card, or than AL, whatever the hell. Anyway, I do think it's a bit of a bad card now compared to the other grade 1s we have in the card pool, but it's still always a choice to consider. It is one of the only ones that do Mirage itself, has a much easier condition to fulfill than the other ones that draw, but the other ones that draw also become 30k boost, making better numbers. And for the final two cards I'm running, these are cards that you can use to replace the cooking order from this set, the grade 2 Energy Blast order, and that is, of course, Beat Up Draco Kid and Serious Fight to complete and round out the set 11 package. You could play it. I honestly am not a big fan of Serious Fight because it has similar issues to Dustin, where you can only pop, you know, a restricted area, and for that, Serious Fight can only pop the front row, which isn't as bad as Dustin's, I would say, but a lot of decks in this format are retiring the front row, so this is getting very little use. But if it ever does have use, it's because you can keep on using it and use it with Latifah, and Beat Up Draco Kid, 30k beat stick, and serves out the Serious Fight. So very nice engine to run, because realistically, if you ever do this, I would only ever play 2 Serious Fight and the rest would be Draco Kids, because Draco Kid searches the Serious Fight. I don't think you really need to play more Serious Fights when you keep recycling the same Serious Fight. But anyway, that is all for this Word Soup of a deck profile. I do hope you enjoy. If you are interested in Eugene, I will most likely be making a lot of tweets about Eugene builds in the coming future, because it is my bread and butter deck. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment below for the My Metal Cards giveaway. And also, stay tuned for the other fights within the tournament. I do think it is a very good tournament we have done. So, bye bye.